So I think it's pretty clear that I am not a news channel. I'm not a news channel. But 2 days ago, we covered the news of the Oceangate Titan Submarine that has gone MIA. I covered it for Weird Wednesday because it was a weird topic, and I actually wanted to follow up with you guys today on the update that we have. And for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, 5 passengers aboard a submarine went on this submarine trip that cost around $250,000 per ticket to explore and venture off the Titanic crash that happened way back in April 15th of 1912, I believe. So yesterday, the Coast Guard came out and have officially announced the passing of the 5 onboarding crew members, including a 19-year-old son and his father. There was a billionaire as well. Billionaires are rare. There's plenty of millionaires out there, but billionaires is pretty rare. And the fact that there was a billionaire on that submarine, like you just won at life. You have literally everything by your fingertips. I know money isn't everything, but you literally have everything at your fingertips. So a billionaire was on there. The CEO of the Oceangate Titan was also on there as well. He passed away. Actually, they all passed away. The U.S. Coast Guard came out yesterday saying that the Oceangate Titan Submarine has imploded. For those who don't know what imploded means, essentially what happens is there's too much pressure being built up and it kind of just explodes, right? Now, before you think, oh wait, that's it, no, there's actually quite a bit of details that have arise today, and I kind of waited to make this video. I didn't want to make it yesterday because I was like, you know what, bro, I'm gonna wait it out one day because there's always new details that come up. So the U.S. Coast Guard, if you guys remember, they actually said that they heard on their little radar, or they saw something on their radar, that something exploded or imploded in the ocean around the time that the submarine lost connection with the outside. Now, that actually turns out that it was the submarine that imploded. So the submarine imploded as soon as all connection and all signal was lost within the submarine. They lost the 2 instantly. It just went completely dry, and that's when it imploded. Now, the good thing is, may they rest in peace. They did not feel anything when they passed away. They didn't even see it coming, which is a good thing. They died within seconds of it imploding. And like I said, what had happened was it just imploded. And when things like that implode, when the breach hit the vessel of their submarine, their ears popped automatically. They already know they lost their ears, and that pressure will automatically make you pass out. And also the water that you are made of gets pressed into your bones. So we actually have water, like we're literally made of water, that gets pressed into your bones, which causes you not to float anymore. So you kind of just get liquefied slowly, and it sucks because one thing that really disheartened me, and it's really the main reason why I'm making this video, is because that 19-year-old kid didn't even want to go on that submarine. He was actually so frightened, but the father insisted that he would come on the submarine to cheer him up for Father's Day, and the kid did it. And unfortunately, he passed away, and so did the father. It was a very expensive death, and it was very fatal, but I guess the good outcome of all this is that they didn't feel anything, and they most definitely did not see anything coming as well. Now, I'm not saying that I know this is what happened. This is just my initial thought and my intel of research that I did. Now, what had happened to the machine when something like this implodes is that there's a lot of pressure coming through, and the cut or the breach was probably so small, and they had so much oxygen in that breach or in that submarine, and there was no relief valve on the submarine to release any oxygen or any air, and it ended up just imploding, and that's what happened. And the Coast Guard came out, search is off. They are officially pronounced dead. They're gone, unfortunately. And you know, I was really hoping for a miracle from God, by his grace, that we get to see these people again and they get to, you know, live through a story, and maybe there's a documentary that goes on, which I won't be surprised if there is no movie coming out within the next 3 years regarding these events that had happened. It's just sad because I'm not really somebody who talks like about stuff like this. I'm not really a news channel. We play video games, guys. Like this is like, it's not really normal. I've never covered anything along the lines of news on this channel, but it was very interesting to me for some reason. Well, it's because it's also part of history, but it's very interesting to me about, you know, how you view life, because I would say 4 out of those 5 guys out there, we're not really expecting to pass away, but it happened, and at least they went out doing something that they enjoyed. A tiny reminder that no matter what you do or what goes on in life could be so fragile. Life can be very fragile. Is really all I can say. My heart goes out to that 19-year-old, because I know he did not want to go on that submarine, and he had a whole life ahead of his. But at least none of them felt anything. So that's that. You know what's crazy is that I don't even think that the families of those passengers can actually go after Oceangate and sue them, because they signed a waiver basically saying that, you know what, there's a slight chance that you will die. And they signed it, every single one of them. So I don't really think that there's anything that the families can do out there. But it's so frustrating that, you know, we have people like this, because I really do blame the CEO for this, because he was extremely cocky with how, you know, almost like bulletproof his submarine was, and how, you know, solid proof that it's good, and you know what, it's done multiple trips and all this. And
I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And you know, I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did. It's picking the rules that you break that are the ones that will add value to others and add value to society. And that really, to me, is about innovation. It's not invention. You know, innovation is when you take an invention and you make it, you know, accepted broadly. And maybe think of ocean exploration the way everybody thinks of space exploration. Because this is where we're going to find the strange new life forms. You know, and the future of mankind is underwater. It's not on Mars. We're not going to have a base on Mars or the moon. You know, we'll try, we'll waste a lot of money. We will have a base underwater.
Captain, you know, he mentions I broke some rules, carbon fiber and titanium. That's a rule, you know, you don't do that. Is this the end of that kind of design? Or is this perhaps an accident that will improve design for the future?
Well, in my view, it's probably the end of that direction using that kind of material.
It's a long story, and you know what, it is what it is. I don't want to talk about it anymore. The past is the past. This was definitely going to be a part of history. And with that being said, I'm going to end this off here. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. And I think I covered everything. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I did. And yeah, we should go back to gaming. We got a gaming video tomorrow. Sorry, back to gaming videos tomorrow. With that being said, though, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. All right, please take care of yourselves. No, for real, take care of yourselves. All right, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Love y'all. Take care and goodbye.